It's day 3. We mark our headers every 2 feet so that the truss, we nail the wall down first, and then we can brace it. And this is my office today. Nice to get out of the shop. Birds are chirping. Everybody's going to work. Kind of loud. Sun's just coming up. Should be a good day. Here we go. Now we have a 8-inch overhang, but there's going to be a 2x6 fascia, which is 1.5 inches. So every truss we mark at 6.5 inches, so that they all sit on the wall in the exact same spot. So the side that we see, which is the side facing the house, we put a string line up and it gets nailed first, and then the other side we can move the wall accordingly, the way the wood bows, to make it line up on the line exactly. Then we don't have any issues with the trim or the fascia. If this gap is wrong, it'll push the trim out and it'll start to buckle along the side. So you can tell somebody who hasn't done that or doesn't have an experienced wall guy. Because they're all in a stack, whoever the lineman is that swings the truss around, he marks each truss while we're nailing up the previous truss. It works pretty good. Here we go. Easy, Nelly. It's about 1 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. Just had lunch. All the strapping is done. You can see an X that we put on the bottom cord, and then there's also a V that runs down strapping. The web's on the inside, so we put a block in between 2 trusses, then run a 2x6 down, and that meets up with the same truss as the X does. We straighten the gable end just by running a string line across the bottom cord of the truss, and then leveling the truss by pushing and pulling on it, whatever, so it's perfectly straight. Then we level the peak with a nice big level. From there we run a chalk line for our peak from here back down to each corner, and then that will level the top cord perfectly. Then we measure 6.5 inches over and chalk another line and cut all those, and then that leaves 1.5 inches for our 2x4 fascia, and then we have an 8-inch overhang. So we got to do the front yet. As you can see, they're still hanging out over. Then we're done on the roof. If the roof steel would have been in, we would have had the crane boom up the 2 batches of steel, and we would have pre-drilled all the holes. Now we got to carry all the sheets on the roof, which really slows us down about probably 3-4 hours. It's really annoying. But yeah, we're gonna frame in some windows, brace it up nice and good. They're calling for crappy weather tomorrow, and then here we go. So throwing in the window, very simple. The only thing to remember is where your floor height is, because we're bringing the floor up quite a bit. So you don't want to stare, you don't want your windows too low, because you'll just be staring at the ground all the time. It's much nicer to get the light in, see the nice sky, make sure you can see the driveway, and he wants to be able to see the house. So that height is roughly about 3 inches above this strapping here. So we got to cut this strapping. Simple trick is just to run a 2x4 outside the window size. Make your cut 1.5 inches wider on both sides and run a 2x6 up, and then throw your window in. We have this brick mold window, nice little window. The steel will go right in behind in the J. Very simple to do. So yeah, here we go.
You found my pencil?
There's one on the table.
I've never seen a pencil less than like 3/4 of it. So the post is level, so I know the window is level, but it doesn't matter. We leave an extra 1/2 inch all the way around for spray foam. This is 3 days. Really happy with the progress. If we had roof steel, the roof would be pretty well ready to be put on. Tomorrow we'll come back and trim start with the corners, then we'll do our fascia, and then start doing wall steel. Pretty easy to put windows in. It's also pretty easy to take them back out again. So he's got a couple good dogs, and they're always home. On Monday it only took 3 swings to get a nail. Okay, a little trick to keep your wood from splitting. Put your nail in sideways. Just make a little dent, see how it's split there? Now this will not split. I'm glad that didn't split. Alright, now I have to pop the window. Calling for crappy weather tomorrow. We don't really know. Friggin' Ontario, it's been crazy this year. So we usually take something heavy and tie it in. Corners and where the V braces end up. Insurance covers the equipment and the building, but they really like that we make the effort to keep it from falling down. So we're comfortable because all the braces are in. We've got nice 2x6 staked with nice big 2x4s into the ground, but everybody sleeps better at night knowing that it's not going to blow away. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you love the channel, consider picking up a tape boss to make those projects go faster so you got more time to watch YouTube. And remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich.